Do you remember when Apple's M1 processor was released? It was such a big deal. I remember YouTube being filled with videos of people just trying to push that processor to its limit. The M1 Macbook Air was especially a big deal because it had the best processor in the world, it was passively cooled, and it had probably the best battery life of any laptop out at that time. So I bought one on release day. But how good is it now compared to how it was back then? I'm Dylan, and on this channel, I try help you navigate the new age by recommending technology that makes your life easier. Today's topic, the M1 Macbook Air. Firstly, let's talk about the M1 chip. When it was released, it was such a massive leap over the last Intel MacBook processors. It was faster, more power efficient, and it was better than anything else on the market. And I must say, it has held up incredibly well over the past few years. Even in 2023, this thing is still a beast. I still use mine for day-to-day work, which includes graphic design, UI and UX designing, and a little bit of web development. I've never really faced any lag or stuttering, and the performance has been pretty top-notch. Except there is a big but in there, but we'll get to that in a bit. When it comes to battery life, mine is still pretty good. I'd say mine is sitting at around 90% of the battery usage that I used to get compared to the first month of owning it. Big but time though. Let's talk about software. So the M1 MacBook Air was released with macOS Big Sur. It's been updated since to Monterey and now macOS Ventura. They've released tons of features that have been super useful to me. But story time. I downloaded macOS Monterey as soon as it was released. It worked for a few days and then boom, keyboard stopped working. It was a little bit frustrating, but after restarting it about 10 times, the keyboard did start working again. A few weeks later, my MacBook stops being able to charge. At this point, obviously, I had to take it into the Apple Store. I took it in, they fixed it, it came back. After a few weeks, a new problem would arise, I'd take it in, and this repeated 4 times until I finally got it back in a condition that was good and that it was working the way I wanted it to. I don't know why, mine could be a bad unit, and I mean your experience may vary. The problem with that though is I don't know how many other people went through the same thing and weren't able to solve it and thought that their Mac was just broken. On the old Intel Macs, there were just forums and so many websites and places where you could find out some information that could help you fix your MacBook. But now with the M1 Macs being so new, there isn't much documentation out there that allows you to fix the stuff yourself. You sort of just have to take it to the Apple Store. Apart from those things though, this thing is f***ing awesome. I have never been so proud of a laptop in my life. I've never shown a laptop off to my family this much before. And it's just because it's so sleek, so beautiful, so modern, and when using it, it feels like I'm touching the future. And when we're dealing with processors that are very powerful, extremely powerful, and super duper crazy powerful, you don't really need to pick the strongest one if you're just like a normal guy like me. You don't have to listen to all of Apple's marketing, making this look outdated or weak. It is really powerful, and I still recommend it in 2023 to anyone that wants a laptop that's gonna do them well for years to come. I really hope that helped.